S.
Super savory samples are sensational.
Thank you. Oh, you are all on the clear to go live here on Robin channel thingy. So I'll go live in 3, 2, 1. Start streaming. And there we go. Hello, everybody. We are
Hello.
here with. Who are we here with?
We're here with Jiroc the Viking, and I have Grimmcore here from one of the developers of Valheim.
That's me.
And
I was just connecting here. Sorry.
yeah,
I think that was the correct one.
yeah, I'm here
I'm
waiting
on
for
my
the
way.
bird to drop you off.
Let's see. I'm just going to go to my chat and see what's going on. Oh, it's loading. I think, don't tell anyone, I think I've got my computer on over at. Wait, is this it? Is it?
This
Oh,
is
it
it.
is
I
here.
see
All
you.
right. Hello.
Hello.
Wait, do that again?
Yes.
Wait. Oh, okay. It was something wrong with the sound because it sounded like you were in the game saying hello.
Oh, that's funny.
Uh,
Do you have? Do you need any food to keep your stamina up during this trip?
I think I might because I've only got 2 raspberries.
Okay, let me give you some. Generously donated by the Baltic Sea Company.
Let's see here. We've got some floating. Oh, there we go. Some ice cream.
Oh, and there's
Something. Oh, it
some bread
flew
back.
right through me.
Yeah, it went way back here for some reason.
I'm going to have to loiter and throw out some stones and wood. What's the procedure here on your server, good sir?
Oh, you can just throw it down.
There we go.
Yeah. I think I have my
And
pickup turned
there.
off. And do you happen to have a wolf cape or other means to protect you from the
Yes,
cold?
absolutely.
Oh,
I have this the lovely Locks cape.
oh, you do. Yes, you do. Excellent. Yeah, we will have a couple of things in the colder areas to show you. So yeah, when
Oh,
people spawn on our server, they start right here and they see this little wall to introduce them to the world.
oh, nice.
And
Here
oh, we got a raid going on. Watch out!
they're coming in hot here.
You're gonna get
Hello.
greeted by everybody here.
Uh, we've got lots of people here.
Yeah,
Wait, how many are you?
so we have about 60 players who play regularly on the server, but we're capped at 20 right now for server capacity. So we have just a few mods to allow that, but for the most part, I have everything set to enjoy vanilla playstyle on the server because I really enjoy the vanilla stuff. But yeah, we increased the server capacity a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we've got Malfunction, we've got Atlas. I'm trying to get all these names correctly. Patras, Patras,
That's how I say it, Petraz.
Patraz. We've got Freya, Yard Rock, Ray, Rudistick. It's moving about too much. Rudistick the second. GustafValentine. Wow.
I'm gonna
Now
have
it's
to turn my
popping off. Wait,
sound
there.
effects down because it's very loud. um, yeah, so everybody wanted to come out to greet you as you showed up because they are so excited about the game and having you stop by.
Ah, it's no worries. It's always fun to come visit and check out your cool stuff.
Yeah, and if anybody who can hear me could, oh wait, let's see. We'll need Kordama here soon, but we have. Let's see. Thorin is going to be our first tour guide. Let me
Thorin.
Yeah, Thorin, if you can join the voice channel that we're in, video recording.
This is the first time I see these so many Vikings in the same location at the same time.
Oh, you haven't
How
been
does...
on a server with a large capacity?
No.
Oh,
No.
so when you guys play together, you have what, maybe just two or three people on at the same time?
At most, when we were place testing Hearth and Home, we were like maybe 7 people online playing together, 7 developers running around doing stuff.
Ah, okay. How was performance with those seven?
Well, as we were sitting most of everyone at the office and in Sweden, it was okay.
Ah, okay. Yep.
However, I see people. Oh, they're brawling here.
Yeah. Um, and Thorin, you can hear me, correct? Can you just indicate if you can hear us or not in here?
He's punching. I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. Great. Then we can talk and walk. So this is just a little starter area. I didn't want a whole lot to build up for the players. I wanted them to be able to do their own thing. We got a little recruitment signed here that one of the guilds have posted. I'm sure other guilds will start doing it too, to greet new players as they come. But yeah, I just had this little path that takes us basically towards the water, because every Viking needs a path to the water. And up ahead here is an original oak tree. Was not planted, of course, so we had to protect it and save it. There used to be flowers in there, but I think all the graylings destroyed them over time. And then
those graylings.
Yeah. And then we have this little bathhouse right up here for new players to get a rested buff and start their journey. And then after that, pretty much the players have built everything on the server, all the stuff you're about to see today.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you like it when new players come in, they're clean at least.
Yeah, we have to wash them first.
Yeah. That's understandable. Okay, cool. Nice.
Yes. So we're going to go through this portal here. And you're going to see a location that you might be familiar with as we come out. See if you recognize it.
See, everything is building. Oh, that's a lot of portals. And we're at Eldor location.
Yeah, so we've got do not summon signs here on the cauldron, but yeah, the players decided to build a giant portal hub. It's got 3 levels around the Eldor hub.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's kind of interesting. So the lower level here leads to each of the different communities, and you can see each of the different communities and guilds on the server. They sort of decorated their portal different ways. Some of them more elaborate than others. The Mountain Wolves got the wolves and the black banners. Eastern Edge has a bunch of trophies, animal and mob trophies.
Well, how lucky are you guys? Zemko in my chat was saying that you got like Trader just like a stone throw away from here.
Oh yeah, right outside that door. Actually, that's one of the reasons why this location was picked.
That's insane.
Yeah, the elder thing summoning spot was there, and a trader right there, and that little house next to it was the original house that people used to get to the trader, and then of course they built the portal hub, and that became now the way that everybody goes to get here.
Oh, Haldor, still floating in the air, I see.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Ugh.
So I hear Haldor might have some friends at some point in the development around the world.
Oh, where did you where did you hear this?
I don't know, on one of the streams.
Did
Or
I say something? We
well,
have been talking about Dverger. Like, okay, so many times I want to have more traders in the world. More Haldor guys. I want his brothers and sisters to join the game as NPCs or traders in some way. That would be cool.
oh yeah, that would be great. And how many
However,
siblings? Oh yeah.
he does need a lot of more stuff to sell, or the other guys needs more stuff to sell as well.
I know a lot of people were asking too. There's so many great decorative items in his little camp here. Is that is decorative items like this something that we might have access to in the future, or do they all have to serve a like a purpose before we would get them as a decorative item?
That's a very good question. I don't really know because I mean, one thing that I think is a little bit sad is that we can't really build the barrels and stuff. Um, that's something I see I would like to update a little bit. These barrels, we could make them better.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, more decorative stuff would be nice. What do you have in mind?
Well, just this stuff directly right here. Like it could be spawned in admin mode. I
Mm,
noticed, but yeah, just giving the player the ability to craft all these little individual things would. I mean, we have so many builders on our server. They love to build, and especially we have some who focus on building, and we have some who focus on decorating, and
mm.
I know that they would just love to have access to make some of these things if that was ever something that would be under consideration. I mean, because they're assets that already exist, right? You just have to
Yeah,
do the mechanics to build them.
exactly. Yeah. I think some of them might need a treatment first, though. But definitely, I mean, but it looks to me like most of these things here are just basically containers.
Oh yeah, if they had that practical purpose, that'd be great too. But like the treasure chest, right? Like that's not actually something you can store anything in, but it's just a decorative item, and I guess all these could just be decorative items like the treasure chest.
That's true.
Yeah.
What? How does it look like? Where's my hammer? Let's see. So it would go under furniture, I guess. Yes, we have a lot of room.
Oh yeah, there's lots of room for furniture.
Uh,
But
no, I guess that's basically not impossible, I'd say.
yeah.
Definitely, that's not impossible that happens. But I think like maybe if we do another Hearth and Home kinda edition content patch again later down the line, we would put more of that kind of thing into it. But right now, I'm super focused on getting more exploration and dangerous stuff going on.
Oh yeah, I think everybody was happy to get the build stuff, but now they're looking for more, yeah, more like the interactive content.
Mm.
So our first location here is the town of Naomi. It's a big town. It might take a few seconds to load. It's the first big village on the server that was built up, and then
All right.
people started sp- spreading out from here.
I'm just gonna check the map where I am according to everything. Okay, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty close to spawn actually. I think there was originally a one of the old ruins, or sorry, old Viking village in this area, and then they tore it down and started building this whole
Mm.
location. So yeah, there's several people have houses here. The centerpiece, sort of this whole thing, is this right here is the little tavern that we have, a tavern and inn for new players. They can come in and grab a bed and a chest in the second story. Um, you
I
will
just
notice.
realized sorry, I'm just gonna have to go and check because I'm saying that I'm playing with Kaizen because I didn't update, so, and I'm not playing with Kaizen. So
No.
just realized I'm playing with Jiroc, the Viking,
Yeah.
and I'm not judging stuff.
Nope, not judging today. Yeah, I often forget my stream data and just start streaming, and I have like old thumbnails and old titles in the stream. But I think I got it sorted out today.
There, I should have changed it. There we go. So where do you live, by the way?
I'm in California in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Okay, cool, cool.
Yeah. So this was great for me. It's just the middle of the day for me.
So is that far from Los Angeles?
Yeah, it's about 400 miles from LA. We're north of Los Angeles. I actually grew up in Los Angeles, but settled here.
Okay, okay.
And you'll notice this string of mushroom lights that there are blue mushrooms, which of course are not in the game. But because we have a big server, we host server events, and I like to give the players a couple of things that they can't get normally as rewards for people who win events or various things. But
Mm.
yeah, besides that, besides winning these things or earning them, they can't obviously get them through any other means. But yeah, we
Mm.
could take a quick look in the tavern. The tavern is one of the big decorators on the server. Um,
Ooh,
yeah,
hello. Which one
this
is? Wait, which one is my? Do I have a? I don't have a. Do I not have a wave? I don't.
you don't have a wave?
I thought I had that bound to something. How is it?
Oh,
It's like bind, wave. Is that the correct one? No, it's bind. You wave. There. Go. Wave. Ah, there we go.
mhm. So one of the really interesting pieces in here is this little ice box that the uh, the the tavern owner created. Uh, I think they have some swamp keys hidden in there for the glowy effect, and of course they're using the new ice block. But
Mm.
everybody seemed to like the ice box for the ice cream.
We were talking about putting in when we were doing mountains, putting in some kind of some ice.
Yeah.
But then we ditched that pretty quickly because that we wanted to have like food get bad. But we
Oh,
ditched that because it doesn't feel right to have like you're doing all the food and then it just goes bad and without the ice. So nah. Wait,
yeah.
I just want to go back in there and just have another look because I didn't feel like I got to
Oh,
just run
absolutely.
through it.
Oh, there's a wolf cub running around in here. Oh yeah, the food table here has been very carefully decorated. A lot of people, myself included, have copied some of these techniques with the round shield and the tower shield as plates and
Mm, yeah.
knives for the bread to cut the bread. Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of detail.
Yep, it looks very appetizing.
Yep. Oh, we should have like some. We should have some like particle system with like smoke and steam coming off the food as well.
So I actually tried to use campfires underneath the table so that smoke would come up, but I was having a really hard time with it. I haven't perfected a technique yet. But then you
Mm,
also have to sort of see the campfire underneath.
yeah.
Maybe have to hide it, but yeah, I mean, it's if you look at your frame rate right now, it's probably pretty low with all the instances we have. I think this town has the most. It's sitting at just a little under 17,000.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, more smoke effects and stuff would just probably add to the lag in a big place like this. The fires already do that a little bit.
Yeah. They're pretty intense, the fires. Yeah.
So as we're wandering over to our next location, I was wondering, I have a bunch of questions from people, and one of the questions was, do you, is there any plans to add new role-playing content such as emotes, dances, character animations, vanity decorations?
Uh, yes. I guess the answer would be I would love to put in lots more.
Oh, sure.
Since we have since we can bind our emotes now to buttons, I think like we that would be nice to have a wheel or something. I'm not sure when that'll happen, but it would be so nice to have a wheel or customizable emote kind of system where you choose your emotes, or even I don't know. What else would you want to have?
I'm always a big fan of a dance.
A dance? Yep.
Dances are fun. Um, yeah,
Would you
emotes.
like head banging, metal head banging, or like some kind of folk dance, Viking
Um,
war dance?
Maybe one of each
One of
to
each.
to cater to the different play styles.
Hmm.
Um,
So a building dance, an
uh,
explorer dance,
yeah,
and
there
a
you go.
combat dance.
Um, this location is just the sort of the workshop and the storage area, but across the way they built what they call the suburbs of Naomi, and they used to just have a portal to go back and forth, but they built this really big bridge right here to go over.
Bridges are really awesome.
Oh
It's
yeah,
always nice to see people and their bridges.
yeah, and this bridge is kind of like got these little common areas, so you can sit here next to our Tower Shield coffee table and enjoy, the sunrise or whatever.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. People were talking about using too the Tower Shield because it's an interesting wood texture that we don't have in anything else wood that you could make flooring out of it, or you could make sort of like siding on a wall out of it if you
Yeah.
have the patience to place all the item stands and line it all up really carefully.
I remember Richard when we were talking about putting in like a basic tower shield, he was like, he told me to imagine you're a Viking and you want a bigger shield, so you just go up to your door and you just rip it out. So that's basically the.
Yeah, so it looks like a door exactly. Oh, we got a fueling here in the town. A couple of them.
Oh, really? I can't. Something's going on, so I'm just gonna run around in circles and hope I don't get hit.
Oh, there's one right here.
All right, I'm running back up.
Yeah, I think we've got them all killed. Yeah. Okay. I think it's safe.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I know they're probably lagging around for you.
Yeah, it's okay though.
Um, so yeah, so the suburbs is there's a couple of houses in the suburbs here. Um, let's see. There's right here. They're building a little merchant area, and they have these little stands set up. Some with selling stuff. This one here is an Eldor. Will give you a fortune for 5 copper. Or
Nice.
you pay and then you wait for him to talk and whatever that thing he says is your fortune.
Oh, that's nice. You put like signs to make the curvature in the top.
Yeah. Yeah, people are using the signs and the item stands to make all kinds of little things like I don't know if we'll get to it today, but there's a really cool bookshelf in one of the builds that somebody has made with the signs and the item stands.
Nice.
Yeah. We
It's
get
like when I was, I see Christy was in the chat here before. Hey, Christy. Uh, I was visiting her world, her server, and like, why do you even need us to make more stuff? Because you're basically doing everything you can with the stuff
Oh
we
yeah.
already gave you.
Well, yeah. Especially smaller pieces help people to put them in unique, positions like that to create
Mm.
things that don't exist. Like I loved what Christy did with that little water well that she made out of a
Oh
hot
yes,
hot tub. That was just amazing looking.
that's my favorite thing so far I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was. I actually have that question. Somebody asked, "What was one of the most exciting builds you've ever seen?" And I already know the answer because I saw you respond to it.
It's the well.
So
It's
this is a
Christie's well.
yeah, this is a little house that has one of my favorite things inside that I've ever seen built. I don't know, it just tickled my fancy. There's nothing. It's not decorated very big, but they did one thing in here that I just thought was so clever, and they built this bread oven
Wow.
and they used a shield and a spear as the bread pan. And I just thought,
Yep.
wow, that's really clever.
That's
So
that's
simple.
super clever. Yep. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
And of course, when it's lit, it looks even more impressive.
yeah. You wouldn't want to put your bread into that though.
Yeah, you come out with just a bunch of ash.
Yeah, exactly. But it looks really good.
Yeah.
It's so
So
fun to see the smart and clever solutions to making something just look like that. Yep, I like it.
yeah, like the item doesn't exist, so how can you make it exist?
Mm.
So this was just a little garden somebody did, and that's one of the more unique houses in the suburbs right over there to my left that Arlo built, with
Ooh.
all the interesting angles and whatnot. And then this is sort of the end of the suburbs here. This is the portal they used to use to go back and forth between. But this portal here we're going to take, and it's going to take us back to an item is preventing me from teleporting. I bet you it's the black metal from that fueling. But yeah, we'll take
Can
this.
I ask?
Yeah,
Can I ask something?
sure.
Did Hearth and Home change anything in the way that you build these days? Or like, did it change? Is it just for me? Hearth and Home was more of a texture repack or a retexture pack. I don't know. For me. It feels kind of that way because it's. I don't know. It's not nothing unique in the way that you build new things. Do you feel the same way?
Well, yeah, it definitely feels like a reskinning, right? Like we have.
Mm.
So we're just outside. We'll run back to the portal hub here.
Where's my sword?
Is there a fight going on? There must be.
Yeah, lagging, so I
Yeah,
didn't do anything.
I didn't see any enemies either. Um, but there were a few new build pieces, and they definitely opened up some options. Those inverted pieces that we got.
Mm.
Um,
That's probably the most interesting thing I think we put into
yeah,
the Hearth
because
novel.
people were using the 1 meter beams and poles to sort of create interesting looks like that. Um,
Mm.
but um, now they are using the inverted pieces, right? Like instead, where they couldn't make certain pieces because you'd see them stack them in like little triangles or different things. Um, let's see. I need Thorin. If you could ask Kordama to come in here because we're going to head over to his place now.
Do you think that, like, if I sorted out so we had like 67-degree roofs, would that change anything at all?
So the roofs that we have just at more angles.
Yeah, more steep angled roofs. Because in Norway they have these Christian Viking churches called Stavkirker, and they have really steep angled roofs. I wanted to throw one of those in, but the criteria that I had for roofs that was handed to me, I wasn't basically able to do the 67 angled roof. But now I figured out how we could actually fix that. But do you think that would actually change anything? Would that
Um,
add anything to the game, having more steep roofs?
for builders, I know that any new pieces, they're going to find a new interesting way to do it. So, for example, when I was talking about like the 1 meter or the 2 meter beams and poles, I see people stack those to get those shapes. So, like if they want a roof that's more sloped than what they can get now, or even less sloped, they'll just place a whole bunch of beams to create that look. So,
Mm.
yeah, having a roof piece do that for them would be really, open up some building options for them, so that they don't
Because the
have
thing
to.
is, we don't even have that because the steepest angle we have right now is like 45 degrees. So, in order to make this roof come to life, I think we would have to add like, let's see, we've got the 26, and then we've got the 45, and then I want to put in the 67, or the 72 or 67. I don't remember, but it has to be. Oh, anyway, because we'd have to add the beams for that as well, I think.
Well, yeah, and the
So you have.
corner pieces and whatnot. There's a build
Oh, absolutely.
on the server where somebody built a tower. I don't know if we'll be able to get to it, but there's a tower, and they used the 1 meter. What is it? I always forget which one is the one that goes up and down and side to side. I think it's the pole. They used 1 meter poles to create a really steep slope on their circular tower.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, since we're talking about roof pieces, their tower is kind of a small the top tower to it, the cone shape, and the roof pieces we have are too big to create that. If they wanted to recreate that, even with a more sloped roof, so like a half or quarter size roof piece, so you can make a little more finer detail. Otherwise, right now they're, like I said, they're using the 1 meter poles and just stacking them, hundreds of them to get that shape. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's something for the future at least.
so this next one we're going to go to is one of our builders who just pretty much amazes everybody with what he does. Let's see, he's right over here. Kordama, he's right here with us. Kordama, can you take us to your place?
Let's go, Cordama.
Oh, while we're zoning in here, somebody was asking, are we going to see any Darkwood doors like the Darkwood gate? Like, we love that gate, and I remember you telling the story of how it was sort of a last minute thing because of the trailer that you guys did.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
will we see
Uh,
any of the smaller doors in the Darkwood style? We're just going to follow Kordama while we talk
do we
here.
need them though? Is it just for the color, you think, or
Well, yeah, it's a decorative thing, right? Like, functionally, we have the door that we need to do the thing we need.
because it felt like a natural progression having the normal, the first little door, and then the bigger door, and then having a big gate.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I mean anything can. Maybe not during um, early access. Wait, how do I get past here? There.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
there we
It's a
go.
little crowded. But I think this is like his little tavern area. Yep.
But I think definitely like post uh, re- the new what's it called, like 1.0. I guess we'll have more stuff coming out than in there. But I don't think I find it hard to see that it's going to be a high priority getting in one door. But who knows? We have Eric. Eric is good at throwing cool stuff in. So
Yeah. So Kordama found this island. It's a black forest island. It's a small island, and he's basically turned it into his oasis. And one of the
That's really
things,
cool.
yeah, one of the things I love is how he used the round logs here to create the fencing along the path.
It feels very Japanese somehow.
Yeah, and it fits in with all with the trees and just the style of the natural environment, rather than using gates or the little pen fences that we have.
Mm.
And I think he's even spaced them out so, like, they're just far enough apart that you can't get through and mobs can't just easily walk through them.
Ah, smart.
Yeah. And he's got his little garden over there, and of course it looks really pretty when all the flowers are there.
Nice.
And I love people like to decorate with the beehives actually, and you'll see them mounted in different ways. And here they just used a little slanted log to mount it, to make it look like it's mounted on the tree there. But,
One thing we were discussing, this looks beautiful. The first, it looks really, really nice over here.
yeah,
Oh, there's some kind of well here as well. Some kind of
yeah.
secret entrance to hell.
It does look like you could go down there and explore.
Yeah.
Of course, we can't do caves in the terrain, but
I was thinking, like, I saw the beehives here. We were discussing at one point if we wanted to have like bees being able to pollinate your crops and stuff, your flowers, and increase your yield or something like that. But it just doesn't. There's no real easy way to try to explain that you need beehives to do that in a good way
right.
without having too much tutorial kind of feel to it. And it maybe also is just complicating things as well. But I still like the idea, though, that bees could help you get a bigger yield or something like that. Help it grow faster or something.
Yeah, those little mechanics always seem interesting, but it seems like Valheim, all of you who've worked on it have really figured out the most intuitive way to present the mechanics. Like I never felt like I didn't understand something and I had to play the game on Google. So many games, I feel like half the time I'm on Google trying to figure out how to play the game. But I never felt that with Valheim. It's very
That's good because
intuitive.
that's one of our philosophies that we really don't want to do a complicated game. You should understand what the button is, what it does, and what happens. Uh,
Yeah.
that's what Richard tells us to do. So we try to follow that as much as we can.
Well, yeah, I think he's got a great vision when it comes to that. Yeah, so this was Kordama's workshop. One of the interesting things he did down here in the basement area, where he has some storage, is he dug down so that you could see the water underneath because he's so close to the water line, and then built the
Oh,
grates over
cool.
it. And he has light sources down in there. Actually, it looks like he has the stone golem trophy in there. And this looks really neat at night too. But it's a different
You
type of
should go get
flooring.
some fishes and throw down some fishes down here. You should have like koi fishes here.
Oh, there
You
you go,
got like
Kordama.
you got a key down there as well. This is so interesting. This is so cool.
Oh
You
yeah,
got two keys.
at night it's all glowing and illuminating under your feet, which is, this you can't really get a flooring like this unless you build over water. But yeah, one of the features that I thought was really cool and made me think, okay, now I've got to copy that in one of my builds. So what do we got next, Kordama? Oh, so while we're running over to the next location, that the Mistlands, the old Mistlands, it seems
Hmm?
like a lot of work went into that. Was that in just always supposed to be a temporary environment, or was it under consideration for being a more permanent environment?
Um, no, it's always been the idea to revisit so he wanted to generate all the biomes so we know that we have specific places for everything and it felt correct and just fill it out with something.
No, okay.
I remember when I started working with Richard and Henrik, it was basically the first day we were flying around and he showed me Mistlands and he was talking a lot about the ideas and everything and I was like, oh, this is super cool. um, but I think that's the cool thing when we work with stuff is like we let it sit there and let it marinate for a while, and it's good that we had it there because now we want something different there.
Oh, right.
So at one point, Richard wanted big spiders and creepy stuff going on over there, but now the vision has changed slightly,
Yeah.
ever so slightly. It's going to be cool. This is the basically the only thing that I'm actually super hyped about. Hearth and Home was okay, but Mistlands is something like, oh my god.
Well, that one image that he released was uh, very telling, just in that one little image, at least with what we might be able to see.
The last one or the first one? No, the last one with the mists and everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. He did release two. The one where the character is standing like on the cliff,
Ah,
looking out.
yes.
Yeah. Um,
Oh, it's pretty cool over there, I might say.
well, we're all very excited, and I won't push you for any spoilers because I like to. I don't
Oh, I
like
can spoil that
spoilers.
you will die. You will die so many times that you want to go back to Old Mistlands. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah.
You would. People are going to like it more when it was empty, I think.
So there's an interesting tower built at the top of that building. Kordama, what building is this that we're about to go into? Oh, this is his Great Hall.
Great Hall. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a
So that's
very
an
cool
example.
tower.
Yeah, it's an example of where like having more roof options, he'd be able to do different things with it. But yeah, he's got this grand entrance here with the giant fires. And this walkway is an interesting way to rather than just having a big open space. Um,
Nice, cool. I like how the light just shines in at the top there. Sorry, I'm just gonna look at here at the god rays for a small second.
I know I love those rays. Y- because I'm actually a filmmaker in real life, and
Yeah,
that kind of lighting we only get during the morning and the late afternoon when we're actually
exactly.
filming outdoors. You get maybe a half an hour, 45 minutes of that beautiful lighting. Call it magic hour. You might have heard that term.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, yep.
That's why it's a bit easier doing filmmaking in Valheim because you can just set the time and like, okay, you've got a few hours to do this, so no worries. Out in the real world, like, get your shit together. Go, shoot,
Oh,
go. We're rolling, rolling.
I've had crews literally running across the field with the camera in hand and everything to set up for a shot. It's been pretty crazy, but actually, my creative videos that I do that aren't just more the informational or the new reporting the news of Valheim, the creative ones, I love the few tools that we have with the free fly and the smooth camera and just all the lighting and atmospheric effects. It's so easy to make things look beautiful.
Mm. And I remember there was one of the Coffee Stain Studio uh, publishing team. I don't remember who it was. It was a guy, but anyway, he sent me a link a few weeks ago. He was like, "You guys have to check this out. This is amazing. This is so hilarious." And it was the one where you're like basically a cowboy and you're chopping wood, I think, with a lox.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was one of my more fun. I found just the right soundtracks to make it feel, because music is so important, as you know too, with that video that you released, that it adds the atmosphere to the environment.
Mm.
But yeah, I tried to make that funny, and that was one of the videos that sort of kept me thinking, I want to do these two characters more, running around in Valheim,
Mm.
doing different things.
Well, that's fun when you can find a character who you just bring along for the journey and bring him up.
Yeah, yeah. I had played with a couple of different things, but some people tell me that it's kind of cringy. They don't like the cheesy cowboy slang accents, but other people seem to love it. So you can't please everybody.
No, you can't please everybody. That's impossible.
Yeah. So
I really
Kordama.
like how you have the glass and everything from here. It looks like a big Viking church, almost, or big Great Hall.
Oh yeah, the Great Hall over there. It's pretty amazing. The spectacular views. This area here is just the one of the goes to the far end of the island, and he sort of has it set up for other people to build when they want to join his community here. So he's
Oh,
already
nice.
got these big circles where they could claim and they could build, or they could go further down the island. Yeah. So what do we got next, Kordama? Oh, you see all the plants that are on the ground, Grimmcore? I'm sure you're familiar with all of them. Some people were asking if we'll ever be able to decorate with those various plants, because a lot of people love decorating, and the only sort of plant decoration we have is, the vegetables and whatnot, the trees, and then we have the ability to bring back the grass with the cultivator, but placing specific things, ferns and plants, we don't have that ability. Is that something that has ever been
It's
considered, or?
nothing we've actually talked about that much. But one thing that I'm trying to, well, I think Richard liked the idea as well, but we just haven't figured out how to do it just yet. And it's not a high prio kind of thing. But the vines on the houses
Yeah. Yeah,
would be
those
nice
vines
if
on
we
the
could
houses
plant.
are so
Yeah, it would be
beautiful.
cool if we could look like plant them next to a wall, and they would generate, like, they would grow themselves, and you could cover houses in them. That's something I think would be really cool.
Yeah, a few people on the server have found the little Viking villages that have those vines pre-existing on those houses, and
Hmm?
they've built their building around it, preserving it.
Mm.
Are we going in here, Kordama? Okay, I think we are. He seems to. Oh, there he goes. All right, so I think this is a little kitchen area, and what else we got up here, Kordama? This
Really
is.
cool because it feels like I'm under the ground now.
Oh, we are, yeah. Oh, got to jump over that lip. So he's actually got a prison, just a little prison through there, a little gated area. And what's interesting, I'm always amazed to see how people come up with this stuff, like this labyrinth of a room of rooms. But
Mm.
he implemented these grates over things quite a bit throughout the build, and that looks down into his little jail cell down there.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good to see that these are actually coming in handy.
Oh, this was one of my favorite things from Hearth and Home. You can place them, and they keep the space open up. And what's great is for our Halloween. We have a Halloween theme park in the old Mistlands, and in a couple of places they place those bars and then they damage them,
Mm.
and then it just gives it that old creepy look, right, of like a graveyard or an
Yeah.
old old creepy haunted build. So this is, I think, his main house. We're going to go in through here, Kodama? And it's nighttime, but during the day, the
Oh,
view,
cool.
yeah, and we can walk through there. And of course, he's got more grates. The grates and the, what are those pieces called? the black wood pieces with the carved dark wood dividers. They're nice because they sort of function as walls, or in the case of the gates, flooring.
Mm-hmm.
But they leave the space open, right? Like you can see out of them. You just have to close yourself inside a box to get your comfort
Mm.
level. You can still see out and get your comfort level.
Yeah,
But
the
yeah,
view is nice from up here.
yeah, especially the view is great almost any time, especially when it's morning or sunset, sunrise or sunset, just about everywhere in Valheim. But up here across this island, you can see the various builds pretty clearly. It looks really nice.
Where are we on the map, by the way? I need to wait there. Okay. All right. I turn off my GUI when I walk around because it feels more immersive.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I think from here, Kordama, we're going to the Gray Shark Fleet Castle real quick. Take a look at that. Yep.
All right. What is the one thing that you think is since early access that doesn't fit Valheim since we implemented something, item or mechanic or anything? Oh wait, Ashlands.
Yes, one of our builders loved the way that this looks currently. So, and if you can look at like the
Ah,
beautiful aesthetic that it has, he decided to build this big castle out here. And you know, I love seeing the landscape decorated with these really ornate, buildings.
mm, that's a
Uh,
nice stronghold to keep.
Yeah, it would be interesting if there were bigger uh, pre-made, pre-gen buildings throughout the world. I think I saw something where Richard mentioned that he wanted that, but I can't remember if I remember that accurately. That
You
he
mean like
might.
bigger locations with bigger buildings and stuff?
Yes.
I think it is possible to do that now, I guess.
Mhm.
Because we did change some systems. Wait, there's someone standing there. I didn't
Yes.
see. I haven't got the name tags on, so
Oh yeah.
hello.
You- he might not be in voice chat with us here, but
He's
yep, he's the
he's
guard.
a he's a guard. That was creepy. Bye bye,
Yeah.
creepy guard.
Yeah, I have my name tags on, so I got the warning. But yeah, so this it's a little mazy in here, but they were telling me that they kind of do this on purpose because it's supposed to be like a stronghold where the enemy has to run
Yeah,
around
yeah.
to try to figure out where to go.
Is he still standing down there? No, he is.
Yeah.
That's a good guard. How much is he getting paid?
Um,
Wait, he's moving away. Eh, he's leaving his post.
oh yeah, he might be.
Damn
He
it.
might have heard some what are they the Surtlings running around.
What's the ruckus all about?
So where are we going to from here, Kordama? Oh, second
Nice.
circle.
I haven't been to Ashlands in ages.
Yeah, the particle effects are neat. They add a really interesting look. They do increase the lag a little bit, but if you don't have too many instances, it's not too bad. I think we're jumping through this portal, and we're going to go down to a lower level here.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh, what's this? All right.
And
Okay.
yeah, this is the underside of the keep, inside the keep here. This is a newer construction, so you won't see as many decorative elements in here because they've just basically finished recently the structure.
Uh-huh.
So I imagine they'll have lots of decorative elements all over the place. And they're only at 5,000 instances, so they've got lots of room to decorate.
Where is it? Is that the same guard?
Ice Frost, it is. Yeah, he's
He's standing guard. All right. Good. Good
uh,
job.
all right. Where to next, Kordama? So somebody was asking about the twistable hand bone for character models. Is that on the agenda so that you can do a different animation for the spear, or do you guys like the current spear animation? And is that the one we're
Uh,
we're gonna keep?
does anyone have a knife?
Oh, on them?
Yeah? Have you got a knife on you?
I
Wait,
don't.
do I have a knife? Silver sword. I don't have a knife.
I don't
Because,
either.
all right, so I did something bad.
Uh oh.
If you have a knife, you're holding it like straight forward, like you normally have a knife.
Right.
But if you do the alternative attack, middle mouse button, you'll do a jump attack. Uh, and when I did that animation, I basically twist because we can't change the holding of the hand and the knife and everything. So basically, I twist the hand like 180 degrees upside down, like break. Basically, I'm breaking the joint, and but it happens so fast that you don't even notice it. But yeah, that works in that one because it all happens really fast.
Right.
But you'll definitely notice it if you're stabbing with a spear. But the thing is, what I want to do is actually try to go in and someday add an extra joint,
Mm.
which is not which is attached to the hand, but it should be free flying so that we can just animate. But maybe that's something I can do give to. It's gonna break so many things, though. It's gonna break so many things.
I know. Once you have a system set up, it's influencing so many other things down the line to change it.
Oh, it's gonna, yeah. No, but that's would be cool. I'm not sure if it's gonna be worth it just for animation's sake. But yeah, well, maybe. I hope we will have time to do that sometime.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're done with this tour. Thank you, Ice Frost and Kordama.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to jump over to. Let's see, I need to put my snowy cape on. Atlas, we're going to be joining you, I think, next. Let's see here. So we're going to go through here.
I'm impressed by this guard here. I'm just gonna check the name for once. Kerfrost? Keyfrost? Keyfrost?
Ice
Keyfrost?
Frost. I think it was Ice Frost.
That's not. Yeah, that's not a K. That's an ICE. That's not a. I read that like a K. All right, Ice Frost.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job, Ice Frost. Nice guard. Good guard.
So Atlas here is going to give us a tour of their snowy mountain village. It's called Himmelbjörg, and it means heavenly mountain.
What was it called?
Himmelbjörg. They may have a sign somewhere. Oh,
All right,
we're gonna go up here, Atlas, first. All right. So,
You mean
yeah, this is one of the tallest mountains that we've found on our map, and so they decided to build up here, and we're actually above the cloud line. And
oh,
yeah, this mountain is so tall, we're way above the cloud line. And one of the questions was, from an art perspective, did you know that when you're above the cloud line, it looks like this? The horizon line is flat, rather than the clouds kind of being more shapely, like clouds above the cloud line like that.
it's a bit sad to see that it's broken.
I mean, it still has a certain look to it that's interesting, but The clouds definitely look better from underneath.
Yeah, the illusion is better from underneath, but I mean, the world is flat, so flat clouds are okay, I guess.
Yeah, if you get above the clouds, they're flat too. And if you look down below us, this is a little perspective. This feels like I actually live really just a few hours away from Lake Tahoe and a big ski resort. And every time I'm in their village up here, especially when we get down there, it just reminds me of being up there in like a forested, snowy area, going skiing. It's really pretty down there. Atlas, shall we go
You
check
guys
out?
take your time building stuff, don't you? Like you, how? Okay, so what day is it, by the way? How long
Th-
have you been playing here?
does anybody remember the date? Oh, there you go, 2798.
Ooh, okay, good job. This took 5 days. Five real days. 5 in-game days.
Yeah, real life.
In real life. Yeah.
1.5 in. But yeah, their little snowy village that they have down here is so beautiful. Oh, are we going? Oh, we're going to take one of the portals. It's so
All
beautiful.
right.
I actually asked them to make me a guest house here so I can come and stay often.
Nice.
Yeah, you'll see when we get over there. So somebody
So
wanted to
where?
note. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. That's the tower we were just at.
Yep, up on that hill there, way up there.
Nice.
And this is sort of a little area where they have all their work benches and whatnot. Work area and storage.
All right, I just had to check. I haven't seen the obliterator with snow on it yet.
Oh, I don't
So
think I have
okay, this is the
either.
first time. Just needed to check it out, see if there's anything broken.
It yeah. I wasn't sure if it looks like most things do get. Oh, you know what? Too, Grimmcore. See this little storage box in this cart.
Yep.
You've probably seen people break the cart and then use the storage boxes as decoration.
Oh
Have
yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great if we could just make that box. But I know there's a way to make it now. I'm just saying, because you have to leave an item in it or it disappears. But yeah, people love decorating. Anything you give us to decorate with, people seem to find a way.
Mm. Does feel
So
weird though that it's no snow on the box.
yeah, it's definitely got an energy source in it melting the snow. That's what we'll go with.
Oh,
Nope.
violent
Yeah.
person.
Maybe he's gonna show us the box when it doesn't have it when it's not in a cart. All right, well, they what? Oh, there. Oh, you guys. Oh, there's
There
the
it
box.
is. Yeah.
Will it get snow on
And
it now?
now you can play box ball with it. Let's
Oh,
go box ball. Yeah, box ball.
oh, that would be a great game. You just created a little mini game for our server. We're gonna create
Box ball.
great goalposts and see who can get the box. And
It's,
the, the,
it's
the,
the best game.
have you seen anybody do that yet?
I was kicking a bucket with
Yeah.
Jade PG. But other than that, no. This is actually that was a spawn bucket, by the way. But this is actually something that you can do
Oh,
if you're ever bored and you feel like you want to play sports in Valheim. Just go ahead and play box ball.
well, yeah, and I don't think it takes damage, so you don't. Oh, maybe it does. I don't know if I hit it. Maybe it'll break.
Oh, let's see. Is it taking damage?
Here, let me smack it. Oh, yep, it'll
Oh,
disappear.
damn it! Party pooper.
Oh, I know. I popped the soccer ball. All right, Atlas. Where are we going from here? Oh yeah, so with the right lighting, especially that little snowy village, it's a little brightly front lit right now, but you get a great view of their snowy village. And one of the
Oh, that
things,
looks great.
yeah, one of the things they did is they tried to minimize how much they manipulated the terrain where they built. So they tried to build on the side of the cliff. You can see the way it jets out
Mm.
from the ground there.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And they've all built in a similar style. They have several players who live up here, and they decided to build all at a similar style so that it kind of feels like it all fits in together.
Oh, there's a guardian up there as well. Hail, Guardian Crimson.
Yes.
Hello. Greetings. May we enter?
And those dragon
Uh,
eggs, people seem to
yep.
decorate a lot with those. They are such a unique looking item in the game, and you know the fact that they're also a little bit of a light source.
Mm.
So yeah, just up ahead, they have one of the natural nests, and
Drake District.
yeah, they've built a little thing preserving it right here.
Ah, nice, cool. So that's the. But what is this a Drake spawner?
Yeah, I believe it would be right. Aren't these spots where the? Yeah, he said yes. Yep.
Oh,
But
but maybe a campfire cancels out the spawn.
yeah, all the drakes spawn around. Yeah, yeah. Atlas, do you get drakes spawning here at all? Oh, he says
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hence the name.
Oh wow, they've already got my house built. I think it was just a day or two ago. I asked for a house,
Honorary Jiroc.
and they've already got it resurrected. Look at this. But all these houses, I just love the way this looks. They use the shape of the mountain to decide where the houses go, rather than just flattening
This
out
is
a
a
big
very
area.
yeah. It's a very natural feel to it. So it really feels natural. It's really really cool. Man, you could shoot some cool videos up here.
Oh, this is definitely going to have to be a scene in one of my next Valheim videos.
This is so cool. Like you'd have really cool shots going through here.
Yeah. And imagine when we get the holiday decorations. I'm sure those are going to come out soon. The tree and the presents, maybe.
All right.
I
Oh,
mean,
that's the first time. Oh, wait, do we haven't? Yeah, okay. So it was last year. That was before. Was they were they out when we released early access? No.
no. Yeah, they're only spawnable in admin mode right now.
Yeah.
The players haven't had like the Jacko turnip. They didn't get access until the season.
Weapons away, please. Oi.
And this is their Jarl Petrez, his space here, where he
Oh,
ruled.
we need one of those. We need one of those. Hello,
And you'll notice
hail Jarl.
in his throne, he's got a Yagloth thing just to add a little bit of decoration to it.
Nice.
Yeah, anything that can be. Oh, that's another thing. It would be great if we could mount all the things that can't be mounted on item stands right now. If we could mount them on item stands. I don't know if that's an easy thing to do, but there's so many things in the game that look cool, but we can't mount them on item stands yet.
That's true. Yeah.
But if you give the ability to mount something on an item stand, the players will find a way to use it.
That is true. Hail Jarl.
All All right, so
This is a
let's.
very lovely village you've got here.
Yeah,
Is the whole place called, like, this is the Drake District? Is this
Atlas, what
the
do you call
Drake
this
District
this,
as
this
well?
district here? Yeah, he says yes.
May I enter anyone's house? Shield
Atlas,
Maiden Ray?
is there a house that he could check out? Oh, the Shield Maiden Rays. Yeah, I think she has it decorated a little bit.
I'm going in.
Uh,
Light my day, Goddess Skadi.
oh, she's got a clever
Nice.
sign out here. I gotta show you. Yeah, she's got some interesting poetry on the wall back there. Yeah, one of the fun things about Valheim is it seems to appeal to such a wide variety of people and cultures. Here on the server, we have people playing from around the world all over the place.
Hmm.
Australia, South Africa, all over Europe. Um, I think a couple in Asia.
Why is that, you think?
Well, I think the Viking lore is just something people really enjoy. Grimmcore, I wanted to show you this. See her sign she has here? It says Shield Maiden Ray is not home. And then she has this wood shutter. And now she is home.
Oh my god.
Isn't that amazing? And then she just goes, now I am. I am not home.
So smart.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, nope, cancel. Sorry.
Yeah, you got to
Um,
click it from behind to
yeah,
open it in the right direction. But
that's
yeah,
so smart.
it's amazing what, like, any new pieces you give us, like this wood shutter was a new piece with Hearth and Home. So there you go. It changed the way people play the game. They,
And that's a big thanks to Eric. Eric
oh,
really loves putting in all these small things, and I'm sad to say we have to say no many, many times,
oh,
so it doesn't get too cluttered. But yeah, that's all thanks to Eric. He's amazing at finding the small things that players will care about. So
yeah.
Eric is really good at that.
Is there anything that he had proposed that got canceled or you guys didn't follow up with that you kind of liked? Just something that anything interesting
Oh,
that you could share. Obviously it got canceled or it's not going to happen, but
I started doing the drawbridge that got cancelled because we didn't have time enough to test it. He did so many things, like all the coin stacks and all the small things that you can like place out. That's all thanks to him, and especially like the stackable fine wood that you see here. That's Eric.
hmm.
Is putting in that. There was some things in here I saw as well. I'm going to go in here again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so example like the cauldron, it's got like thicker iron pieces coming that you can hang it from. He basically stole that from my from the Heath. No, the Grill Mark II. That's in the background there. So he just basically stole those and put that on there. But there's so many things that he added and did small things too. Um,
Yeah, I didn't notice that change to the cauldron, but now that you pointed out, you're right. It does look more sturdy and more decorative.
but there's so many things that I don't even remember. But there are many things that he wants to put in that we have to like. Okay, wait. Let's wait for it and see. Let's put this out first and see where it goes.
But that drawbridge is something that might come in the future, if I remember correctly. It's just that you didn't have time to finish it.
We didn't have time to finish or even try it out too much.
Oh, so
There's no actual model of it. It's just basically a door. I think Eric did. But no, yeah. I can't say that there will be coming a drawbridge because that's something we really have to test out a lot first, and if there's a purpose for it as well.
okay,
We'll see.
yeah. How do we get to the Viking toilet? Oh, he wants to show us the
Viking toilet.
Viking toilet downstairs over here, I guess.
Sitting on the toilet.
Is it where? Oh, oh. So you come through the banner, and there's the Viking toilet. Look at
Nice.
the hammer is the toilet paper roll. How clever!
Yes.
That's cute. I don't think I've seen a toilet yet. I mean, I've seen the little outhouses, the little pre-gen outhouses. So let's see, where to
Just
next?
going to say Smith and Christy. I'm not ignoring chat. I'm reading chat. I just don't feel comfortable answering in the middle when Jiroc is talking and giving me the nice show around. So just sit tight, chat, and have a nice viewing.
Yeah, my chat's going crazy too, both on Discord and on YouTube, and I don't have I don't have the attention span to focus on both. Let's see. So, what are we looking at here, Atlas? Fenring's Claw. Welcome to Fenring's Claw. Thank you for having us.
Oh, there's someone in there.
Oh, that's Ray. That was her house we were in.
Hello, Ray.
The one who
That
had
was a
this.
marvelous place. Shield Maiden Ray.
Yeah, she had that sign and the poetry and the Viking toilet. And this looks like their little tavern area. Of course, they've got all the food decorations on the table as well.
Nice.
Even got a torch coming up through the center there.
Hello there. Thank you. I'm honored.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mead chest. And there's the automatic oven.
Yes, it opens up as we
Spooky
walk
oven.
by. It senses you.
There's something down there, glowing down. Is that like the hermit's hut down there? What's that?
Oh, I think they say it's a freeze gland.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a building down there. There's something down there.
Yeah, there is a little
Next to
building there too. I don't know what that is.
Oh, nice shot.
Oh, it's a workbench area.
Excellent. Excellent.
Good shot, Thorin.
Keep spawn. All right.
Well, thank you for showing us this area, Atlas. What have we got next? You know, it's amazing. We have so many people on the server, and they build so much that 1 week goes by, and next time I visit one of the builds, I don't even recognize it sometimes because they add so much to everything.
I just need to say that this is my favorite part of town. Just before you continue walking, the point where you come from here,
Yep.
and you see it just slopes down and it continues down there. That's my favorite part of the streets and everything.
I know, isn't it? It's just magical.
It feels so natural, and it's really, really cool. I just wanted to take a moment and appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's now you can see why I asked them to build me a guest house up here, because it was just so amazing looking.
Where are we going down in here? Is it Guardian Crimson?
Atlas, where are we headed to next? Are we out of this area? Are we going into the Crimsons? I think we are.
Ooh.
And what have we in here? Oh yeah, you've probably seen a lot of people find different ways to decorate with the eggs and put them in fire or in stone stacks or campfires or the coal stacks.
Warm and toasty egg.
And I love the way people use banners as curtains. Like I see all kinds
Yeah.
of different ways they use them as curtains. But I imagine during the daytime, he's got great views out these windows on this tall mountain. So you've been asked over and over again. I know this question comes up a lot, but everybody keeps asking me to ask you, will there ever be ladders?
Oh no, there will never be ladders.
Yeah,
There's so many issues with the ladder systems, and I don't know. There's no use for them just now, I think. Where would you want to use ladders?
I think if somebody makes a tower instead of having to build a circular stair or something,
Mm.
they would just go up a ladder. But yeah, no, I remember in one of the interviews or AMAs, you or one of the others mentioned that yeah, it would just be too hard with the current mechanics of the game to implement a ladder, because then you'd have to animate the character going up it, like with hands and legs, and just
Yeah, I don't think we want it like in. They're doing it pretty easy in Minecraft, but I think that's a very risky way to use ladders, as you can just traverse them horizontally or vertically, like left to the right as well, and not be really attached to it.
yeah,
Um, s- there are some issues that can happen when you attach a character to a specific thing, and you want to move it as well. And also when you come to a top of an edge, how do we handle that? Like, do we
right.
give the character a push as we're using like physics and stuff? It could potentially be very risky if you're just lagging and you get pushed up at the ladder point and it lags and you just fly away. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could happen that could go wrong. It's better just be left alone, I think,
Yeah,
for now.
yeah, I got that from the other interviews too. But yeah, so where are we headed to next, Atlas? Over here somewhere. Up here, okay. Looks like we've got all of their inhabitants here keeping guard
Small view.
and greeting us.
Oh, falling off. Oh,
Small view here. Yeah, the vista areas that you can create in this game are pretty amazing.
you know what? One thing that I really appreciate with with this tour
Yeah,
is the sheer role play that you have with the guards and Ray cooking food and everything. There are people standing. It feels very populated and lived, and that's something I haven't really experienced before at other servers because everything's always so empty. But you actually have the people to fill it out. You have your guards and you have Ray cooking food and a toilet.
yeah,
No, it just feels very lived, which
yeah.
is a very nice feeling.
The community that's formed on my server is I've always tried to promote, people being really, sort of community oriented, and they just took that ideal when I invited them to the server and got together, formed, little communities all over the place, and yeah, they love the role playing aspects. They do so much role playing on their own, both in Discord and in the game, and
Mm.
work together to create a community aspect that it's fun to be in. Like you said, we have so many players too who played single player, and they saw a couple of my videos where I did stuff with the server, and then immediately after they watched the video, they asked to apply to the server because they say playing by
Mm.
myself is no fun. I want to play with other people, and that's luckily what we've
Yeah,
got.
but that is true. Playing with people is, for the most time, is more fun as well, and more inspiring as well, and the sense of community and everything. It's always feels more nice, at least. If you don't want, obviously, if you want to play alone, you can.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. I know you guys never planned it to be a huge game where hundreds of people can play together, but I know a lot of people, especially on my server, are hoping that you guys might be able to in the future get it up, the player capacity up a little bit to 20 or 30. That would be great, because right now, 10 is the hard. We actually had an event, a Yagloth event. We tried to bring all 20 players from the server, and it was a hilarious crap show because everything lagged out, and monsters were teleporting around and everybody died, and then they couldn't open their corpses to just too many players. But
No, yeah, absolutely. Like performance has to be improved, definitely. But I'm not sure. Like it's a co-op. It's not a massive multiplayer. But yeah, I do understand the urge and the want of having servers that are bigger, better, and everything. I'm not sure because I don't work on that side of the game. I'm not sure where we are really at.
yeah,
How much more we can improve, or where we're standing. Are we at like 50% or not, or is this the best we're ever going to be? I have no idea.
yeah,
Because I don't know anything about those kind of things.
yeah.
Hopefully it will just be better, become better and better. But obviously, what I do know is like when we're handling physics and stuff like that, and you don't see that many games that handle the amount of physics that we try to handle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how exactly. I'm not sure. I can't really answer that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That might be more a Richard question, huh?
That is more of a Richard question or a Jonathan question.
Let's see. Atlas is sort of teleporting around on me. Where are we headed to now, Atlas? Through that portal right there?
All right. Go in.
Yeah. Oh, an item is preventing me. Oh, some nails. And some metal. There we go. So I haven't seen Richard in the public too much doing interviews or walkthroughs of players' servers or anything. Is he a little more shy about that, or is he just too busy?
No, I
Would
just
he be
think
interested in it?
I'm not really sure. I just don't think it's his thing.
Yeah.
He likes to, like, obviously this is his baby, and he's probably the only one who's always continuously, always working on Valheim.
Yeah.
He basically goes to work and he does Valheim, and I think one of the things that I'm noticing more and more is that he goes to work at the office. There's so many damn meetings all the time that he gets more work done when he goes home, because then he can sit down without having meetings.
Oh, right.
Which is not a good way to go about things. But he's working constantly. I don't think he has time for doing things like this. Not that I think he would love to.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know, to be honest. He just doesn't have time.
Yeah, I figured. He's a programmer, right?
He is a designer and programmer and artsy guy as well. But I don't think I don't. We had like a discussion on an after work we had sitting down, and he was like, "I'm not a real programmer."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What? You're not? But what about Valheim?" He was like, "Nah, I'm not a real programmer. I'm more of a designer."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay. So if we had a real programmer, what would happen then?"
So this is. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just so it's because it's his enthusiasm and his will to make something creative and make something different that drives him a lot as well. Obviously, he knows how to code and program and stuff, because otherwise we wouldn't have this. But no, yeah, he doesn't see himself as a real programmer, or so to say.
Well, that makes sense. maybe if he, I'll still hit him up on Twitter once in a while, see if he's ever interested. I think I've queried him once or twice, but I figure he's so busy because the game is so great. If you guys aren't super busy all the time, how can it be so great? This area here is basically, so that building we just came out is sort of a prep room for the athletes. This is the Viking Olympics area that we're now entering. On the right, they have a little mini game. It's a musical chairs by the fire. This is Home Gang Arena. And
nice. Holmgång.
or Holmgang, yeah, I say it the wrong way.
No. You have said it an interesting way.
But
Holmgång is that when you just is that when you're just basically just fighting and brawling? I think.
yeah,
Holmgång.
dueling.
Yeah.
So this is the red prep room. This is for the red member. This is their prep room where they get ready for their battle.
You come out in a red cape, or
maybe. And there's a grate up there so the fans can look down on the contestant as they're getting ready.
oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, and get spat on. And Atlas, are we going to go through the arena here? Or are we going to go to the left?
Go to the blue room first.
Yeah, we're going to go. Oh, right. He wanted to show this. This is the betting area where you can bet on the red or the blue player.
Oh, no refunds.
Yeah.
Red tally, blue tally.
And so this just got recently finished. We have not had an event here because it was just recently finished, but we are planning on doing something soon. And as you come into here, the arena area is kind of dangerous because you can get pushed into the spikes. As you can see, they're going to demonstrate one of the battles here as they punch it out.
Wait, there's a Jarl here somewhere. Jarl, wait, what did he say? Jarl of Himingdor welcomes you. Grimmcore, sorry for not being around when you visit our village. It's okay, Petraz. It was a nice place.
Oh, yeah. Petraz, he was up at that snowy village that we just left. But, yeah, so you have the battles that would go on here, and I've even discussed with them if I load this into my single-player game and do the community version of the server and invite friends through Steam, I can still use the admin commands, and I could spawn mobs in here.
Yes.
Because, I don't have that ability on a multiplayer server, but through the Steam community invite, I can. Which, I don't know if there's a technical limitation, but if we admins could do all those creative commands on our multiplayer servers, it would open up so many more options. Something to throw at Richard.
I'm the wrong guy.
No, I know. But so what we do?
It would be cool if you opened up like one of these pits here, one of the sides, and have like a monster pit for one of those events. So you'd have like some kind of door or something. And the next contestant from the burly north, we have the blub blub blurb.
Yeah.
And you'd spawn in someone, and he'd come up here.
The Fenring leaps out of the hole, claws your face off.
Exactly. Beast from the north, the Fenring.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
And then, of course, this side is the blue contestant.
The blue side, yep.
And his prep room where he gets spat on by the spectators. So where to next, Atlas? We're going to go up here. I think we're going to take a look at the arena from up here. So this is where the arena master would would watch the fights, and as we go around, you have places for contestants to sit and watch, and here's where you would go. And there you go. There's an action for the player. You know, we were talking about what other emotes do we want them to do? They could spit,
Hmm.
the spit emote. That sounds like that's a Viking thing, right?
That's true. It sounds like it would be. I mean, most of the community has been nice. I don't think I've seen too many toxic players. Not when I've been playing with people and visiting servers and so on. I'm just afraid if you add like a spit, which is kind of, I don't know, could be used in a bad way.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can basically go and puke on someone as well, so maybe it's not too bad.
Well, maybe that's what they do instead. They just bring some
Oh yeah, yeah.
puke berries up there, and oh, I'm stuck right there. Yeah, no, it's more of a joke than anything. But
That
yeah,
would be hilarious though if you like blue contestant down here and everyone goes takes a puke berry and goes
yeah, exactly.
horribly player. Uh,
So Atlas, what are we going to look at next here?
hold
Oh,
on.
oh, I think he fell out.
All right.
Oh, here's a question while we're waiting for Atlas to come back. This is
Yep.
probably more of a technical question, but maybe you've heard whispers of it. When we melee attack, if we can't attack up or down, we no matter whether we aim up or down, we always attack forward. Is that something that might be changed? Because I've even seen a mod out there that fixes that, but currently in game, like if a wolf is on the side of a hill and it's just
Yeah.
above you, you can't hit it even if you're aiming up at it. Have you heard any talk
I
about that mechanic?
um the way I think it's set up currently is that when you do your punch,
Mm-hmm.
you do a small sphere trace, I think it's called.
Hmm.
A sphere trace if straight forward, and that's done within one frame. Uh, and as you, I think it, one of the issues that we found when we are trying this out before was if you're standing in sloped, like an angle slope, you're able to hit the ground. So many times, what happens if would be that you'd hit the ground instead of the enemy, and so on.
Mm.
Um, but I'm not sure. Anything is still possible.
I, I
I
wonder
think
what that mod fix is doing then exactly, because they it
it could
seems.
be just doing a recalculation of like taking your aim, taking your mouse cursor or something like that, or the center of your screen, and just re-angling the sphere trace that is going from your character and a certain amount of units straight forward.
Hmm.
So maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's super easy. It's not something that we have had to. I don't think it's a difficulty right now. I kind of like that there's a high ground and a low ground, um, that you have to choose your battles, but
Right,
that's just
right.
me.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah,
But I
there's always.
mean, there's so many things we could go in and fix, but as most of the things are working currently,
Oh, sure.
um, I'm not sure it's worth going in right now, but maybe that will be something we look into more later down the line. But no, definitely, a lot of these times when you're standing at these angles, the thing is like you're hitting the ground because you're firing in a straight direction, straight forward. Um, do I have a spear? No, I don't have a spear.
No.
The thing is, what I would want to change as well then is like we would have to turn the whole the torso as well, I think, because it just I would like to change. So, oh, was that a spear? Nice. Let's see. Yeah, so when I'm jabbing like this, I would like to have to be able to manipulate the joints in the character so you actually bend him backwards so he's actually aiming that way as well when you do the hit, not necessarily when you're just aiming, but as you're just doing the hit or something. Maybe that would look weird, um, but that's why I use spears all the time, because that's the only weapon I can use as a melee range kind of
Right.
thing, and just yeah.
And what is it? The iron spear, is that the highest level we can get right now? I forget. I'm
In
sure.
spears, I think it's the fang spear.
Oh, the fang spear. Yeah. And I assume as more biomes come out, there'll be more weapons in each class considered.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. In Mistlands, gonna be very interesting.
I bet. All right, so
I don't know even know what that even means, but yeah. How do you
uh,
feel like when we're actually not adding? There's a purpose behind why we don't add every single weapon in every single biome.
oh sure.
Do you feel like that is an issue in any way?
Um, no, I think it, it it just flavors the game. I mean, like you introduced what like a new knife, the silver knife was nice because it felt like we didn't have enough tiers of knives. But a few of the weapons, it feels like we're still missing some tiers. Like the sledgehammer stops at iron right now. Um, I would think that down the line there might be a bigger like you introduce a new great axe, right?
Mm.
With the crystal one, sort of like the big magical, really aesthetically magical looking thing. And some of the weapons are missing that. I mean, the black metal weapons don't have all the. We don't have like a magical glowing sword right now, like the black metal axe or the bow. The bow is really magical looking, really powerful looking, but some weapons are missing this look right now. And I just assume that eventually all the weapons will have some kind of version like this, by end game, like when you have when you get all the biomes finished and you're ready to release the game, most weapons will have, these really cool versions.
Oh,
Um,
ours. So silver. When we started making the silver things, we wanted silver to be magical. We wanted them to have some specific, like, magical properties to them. So that's why they mostly have some kind of extra added bonus or the glow and stuff like that, because it's basically silver, and silver in many cultures have these magical properties. And we wanted to, when we went to down to plains, or yeah, it's called hate plains. I was
right.
gonna say heathlands, but it's called plains these days. Um, we wanted to go for more like a goblin kind of look, and it didn't feel right to give them magical properties with the green or
Yeah.
the black metal things. And it felt a little bit, I don't know, it was maybe a little bit of a wasted opportunity. I think both me and Richard feel like maybe we jumped on the black metal wagon a little bit too quick. Um, it felt like we were just doing everything black metal themed, and
Mm.
we lost some of the characteristics that we have, like in silver up in the mountains. When you have the named weapons and everything, it feels more special when it's not just uh, silver hammer, silver knife. I mean,
Right.
so porcupine is one of those examples where it's more fun when it has its unique name and unique look, while all the black metal things just feel like very, I don't know.
They feel a little more utilitarian. These feel more like Excalibur, right? Like Excalibur is a named sword, and we have
Yeah,
this
exactly.
named mace, the named bow, the named hammer, but we don't have a named dagger, or spear, or atgear,
Mm.
or sword. Like we don't have our Excalibur sword. So, I'm sure whatever you guys are doing. I mean, I do like the black metal things. They feel a little bit more Viking, I think, than the silver stuff. Like the silver stuff feels a little more fantasy
Wait, I
game.
got disconnected.
Oh, did you? Uh-oh. You did disappear.
Right, coming in.
Okay. But
No,
yeah,
but it
so
does feel like the black metal is a little bit. I don't know. But it was a good lesson. It's the same thing with the bronze things and the iron things. It's basically everything again, but with that metal instead.
right.
When you give something a name, especially I want you to be able to give your own weapon a name.
Oh,
That
naming
would be
weapons would
really
be
really cool, I
really
think.
nice. Yeah. Oh, there you are.
Hello,
Welcome
it's
back.
me.
Yeah, the more named weapons would be amazing, because I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of role playing opportunities, especially if we could name the weapons.
Mm,
Like handing this out as a reward to especially newer players for some event, it feels very special. Or something like the bow or any of the silvery glowy weapons, Frostner especially. I mean, Frostner is seems like an obvious choice because you have Mjolnir, right? Like you have Thor's hammer,
mm,
so of course Vikings need to have some special magical hammer in the game, and that's actually
mm.
one of my favorite things in the game. I love the way it works, I love the mechanics, I love the way it looks. It's probably my favorite, one of my favorite weapons. I'm hoping that we get a special two-handed hammer like that
Oh, I
someday.
want more two-handed, overall two-handed stuff. I think we need more of.
Yeah, that two-handed hammer is amazing. My videos, I even use it to as one of my intros where I break a wall and say subscribe for more Valheim. It just looks so fun.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, Atlas, I think we're done here. Let's see, and then how much more time do you have, Grimmcore? We have a couple more places if you have more time, or no, it's probably
Uh,
getting late for you.
I have. It's getting a little bit too late.
Yeah,
Is it possible that we could continue this like one more time or something? How many more places
absolutely.
are there? Because I wouldn't. I don't want to miss anything because I think it's been a real wonderful experience walking around here.
Oh, great. Yeah, we have enough builds where I could easily fill up another 2 hours if you have the time at some point. So, yeah, maybe we should just coordinate and figure out another time that might work for you. And
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
Because I'm gonna have to call it if it's okay. I would like to
yeah,
come back to the main hub where we were with the big three was it like, well, was it 2 floors or 3 floors?
3 floors. Yeah, yeah. So right through, yeah, right through here. It's the portal hub with the built over the Elder Shrine. I don't need. Yeah, I don't think you went all the way up to the third floor, did you? And look down. Oh,
Oh, this is one of my favorite places anyways.
oh, yeah. So we have to take a second portal to get there. Here we go. Yeah, yeah. This is one of my favorites too. I'm gonna start. They just built that house for me. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time there.
Where are we now? Okay, so we're back here. Okay. The amount of portals. What would you do if we just abandoned the portals now next week? Like, boop, no more portals. What
Um,
would you do?
I, somewhere in my heart, I kind of wish we didn't have portals.
Mm,
Because it would cause more exploration. But I think that that'll be more worthwhile once their ocean biome gets a little bit of work, so that we have like since we have to do all that sailing to get around.
mm.
Um, then if we do have to sail to get everywhere, we want more content along the way, right?
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever get rid of portals, to be honest. But maybe we'll put in game modes or something like that down the line where you make a world where you can't really spawn portals. That would make more sense because I do like the way that portals set up communities and you have easy travel. That's the only
Yeah.
fast travel we have here, so it's
It would make a lot of things difficult, yeah, for
yes.
sure. But yes, um,
Gaming with Christie. Stop talking about getting rid of portals.
um, so yeah,
Yeah.
so
No, but it was really, really nice coming out to see everyone. Like I was when what, horde of Vikings coming out of the gate. That was a really, really, really good feeling.
yeah,
That was nice.
that's why we really wanted to stress we don't need an MMORPG with hundreds of players, but really, if the game was, I mean, I know this isn't your decision necessarily, but feedback is always great for Richard. Maybe that 20 players, 30 players, like it has been opened up so many doors for interactivity with players, and mainly. So here's the main reason why that cap, a 10 cap, made it so that a lot of times throughout the day there might not be anybody on because you have your player base is a lot smaller. So we've pushed our player base to 60, and now that we have 60, we can have more players on at once. But even in the middle of the night in times that are less popular, there's almost always somebody on. As I look at the logs for the server, I have a graph that's generated on Discord here. There's almost never an hour throughout the day where there's not somebody on. And that's because we have a server cap of 20 and a player base of 60. So that means if you log on, you almost always have somebody to play with. That's why just a tiny bit more on past 10 would be super welcome. But we're doing it with mods now, and it's working for the most part.
Well, that's good that you can handle it that way. But yeah, but how does that work with? Have you been like? Okay, so what's the most? Was it like 20 or how many were at Yagluth?
Yeah, we took 20 to Yagluth, and when we were in Naomi, the place with almost 17,000 instances, we had food chests set up for everybody to go to the fight. Nobody could open a chest because there was so much lag. And once we got to Yagluth, when people got they couldn't see the enemies, so the enemies would run up invisibly and kill them. When they ran back to their corpses,
I'm laughing. It's not fun. I know it's not fun.
Oh yeah, wait till I post
hilarious.
The edited video. It's just everybody screaming and like it's better content, right? To hear all the craziness that ensues from that, but and people couldn't even open their corpses because of the lag. They click on the corpse and the thing never opens until everybody leaves the area. And then once we asked 10 players to log off, so we just kept 10, and we had 10 log off, and then we were able to do the Yagloth. And then those 10 logged off, the next 10 logged on, and then we did a second wave of Yagloth. So everybody got to do it eventually, but we had to do it in 2 runs.
Yeah, I understand. I wish I could press the magical optimization button and just make it happen.
Sure.
I'm sorry, but I don't have access to that button. I don't have the key.
Well, I remember Richard posting something on Twitter too, where he was saying, where is this optimization button? I don't know where that is. Something like that he posted because people would say, you need to optimize this game.
Yeah, no, it's more complicated than that, but I think we're getting there. I think I do believe that since early access that it has it gotten better, or is it just as worse?
Well, since you're asking one of the, I'll put my Thor's cloak on. It performance was better because I was by myself. And I didn't have all the lag, but now with the multiplayers is where we're starting to see a little bit of the limitations.
Okay. Yeah.
The Opti terrain fix command that did seem to help quite a bit, so we were really happy when that came out. Oh, you know what? A tool. There's a mod for it, but a tool to return the ground to its original state, so there's no instances.
Instancing. Yeah.
Yeah. I use there's a mod for that, but it would be great if there was sort of the option with a hoe to just. I know with the cultivator you can add grass and sort of add the look back, but just resetting it to its original state would, with a tool or something, would maybe help with performance. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of wish that there was some kind of, because I'm not sure how it works, but I wish it worked like you dig a hole in the ground, it becomes an instance, but it also makes it permanent. Like this is how it is now. It's not an instance. You can't revert it. There's there's a change in the world. This is the new world, and it shouldn't affect you. I
Right.
wish that that's how it worked. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
Yeah.
But like I said, you're talking to the wrong guy. If you want to talk about pixels and anything like that, I'm the right guy.
Oh, before you go, I know there was a quick a question. Is there something that you were really excited about from an art perspective that you didn't get to add?
Oh, let's see. Um, you mean like during the whole making of Valheim?
Or whether it was, really early access or even after, in alpha or beta testing, because I know in creative rooms, a lot of ideas get thrown out, but just for practicality reasons, or maybe it doesn't have a purpose, so you scrap the idea, or it's double. There's already something that serves that purpose, right? So you scrap that idea. Was there anything from an art? Because I know as an artist, you probably get really engrossed in certain designs where you think, oh, I'd love to design this, but it just didn't fit the game vision, and you had to put it aside, the idea.
Well, I have a folder
I,
full of
I
stuff,
bet.
but I don't think there's actually anything that has been scrapped. But more like let's wait with that. So I've got stuff that I've like done in the evenings. Like so many times when I stop working at Iron Gate, I go home and I have to do something in the evening. So many times I've been like, oh, it would be cool one of these. So I've got like on my home computer just sitting here waiting. I've got like role playing clothes I made. I made like what's it called? One of those not a wagon. It's a sled.
Oh,
Um, Tons of weapons. I've got basically tons of different weapons just sitting here, not being used currently. And what else? Like there's so many things. I've got some creatures. I've got some mini bosses as well. Uh, Stuff just waiting.
yeah.
Waiting to be used.
Oh,
Not
sure.
scrapped, but not confirmed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to find it. There's only so many hours in a day, and you gotta pick and choose what to work on. Sure.
Yeah, there's so many things that you could put into Valheim as well. So the more difficult thing is to say like, what do we not put into Valheim? That's one of the most difficult things to choose from. Like, do we put this in or do we put it in? Um, and most of the times we have to say no because we feel we have to wait and see because it wouldn't be fair to put in a creature into the game and afterwards feel like wow we have to take it out, it doesn't feel right, or put a weapon into the game that we would have to take out of the game later, or some kind of look, some kind of furniture or a door or whatever. It's always better just to take a step back and see if it actually works or not.
Sure.
I
And
mean, I've said it so many times before, but like the bone shield is just on the edge of being disqualified from being in Valheim.
yeah, we were wondering about it. It's like one of the most decorative items that we
Yes,
have in the game, and people are using it in a lot of interesting ways.
it's just on the edge, just right on the edge of being too much detail. It's still low poly, but it's there's a lot of detail on it, mesh detail, which I kind of like, but it kind of sticks out, and I think that's why a lot of people tend to hang it up and do stuff with it. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that was another one of my favorite decorative items. And it's only practical, sort of mid game, because once you get the higher level stuff, that's what you want to use, unless you want a challenge, I guess. But
I'm just going to print screen. There we go.
yeah, I've been taking a couple of screenshots while I've been chatting.
There's so many Vikings here. So many. It's
Yeah, we have 17 in the server at the moment. And I think
Wait,
almost
was
all
it
of them are here.
cheer on three? Wait, can we do a cheer on three?
Yeah, I'll say 1, 2, 3, cheer, and then you hit it on cheer,
Yep.
everyone.
Okay. Let's see if that works.
Okay, one. Okay, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, cheer. Oh, I don't know if everybody can hear me.
Everybody cheer. Let's see if we can get a good screenshot.
Oh yeah, just cheer.
Cheer, go cheer, 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 cheer.
Well, I don't have it bound, so I have
Cheer.
to do the arrow
Oh,
up every
really?
time. That was a console command, right? It's not in the settings. So you have to use a console command to bind it, I
Oh,
think.
you have to use console command, so you just go bind, cheer. No, is it bind one thing and then cheer? Like something like that?
Oh, bind the
But
key and then cheer.
yeah, but you can also do it in chat as well if you do /.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
There we go.
On video, this looks pretty fun.
Yeah, this is trying to get the perfect shot. So many cheers as possible. Come on, let's see if we can get there. There. Okay, maybe I don't know. Anyways, this was great meeting everyone and walking around. I'd love to follow this up and see the rest as well.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for joining
Also,
us.
if you're going to go do a Jagluth, I don't know, 18-person run again, I'd love to tag along for shits and giggles.
Oh, absolutely. I'll send you invites to our future events, and if you're ever available, you're welcome to join.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm logging off now. So thank you everybody. Cheer, cheer. And I'll hang up on Discord now as well, as I'm gonna go down and get some food.
All right. Thanks so much, and have a great night.
You too. Bye.
And everybody on the stream, thank you for watching. That concludes the tour with Grimmcore.
Sorry, I'm still here, by the way.
Well, Grimmcore is still here, but that does conclude the tour.
Now I'm leaving. Bye.
Okay, good night. And I'm going to jump over into voice chat if anybody wants to chat for a few minutes about everything.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, I think that went really well.
That was so cool.
Yeah, well,